That's fucking 4 of them. What the hell? Oh my fucking god! That's not okay. What the fuck is going on? Look at this! Look at that! Delete this fucking item! I don't care. I don't care. Hit me. What a build. What a fucking build. Did you see that? Come here. What is going on? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking get you. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on? No, that's not okay. That's not okay. That's not okay. What is happening? This fucking game is a joke. This game is such a joke. What is going on? Oh my god, what is happening? Is it happening? It's happening. It's fucking happening, dude. It's fucking happening. It's fucking happening. Let's go, dude. This build is so broken. What the fuck? Losk on Keen. And what you just witnessed is what I'm calling Thanos SHYVANA. The name, while funny, is not a joke. As you can see, it's quite accurate. So, I had a bit of a brainwave recently. I was griefing in Low Emerald, going Riftmaker Nasher Jack show, and found myself in a bit of a pickle. I couldn't kill the entire enemy team by myself. I always needed at least one human on my team to win games. And getting matched with 4 hamsters was getting extremely annoying. Frustrated and angry, I had to think in bed for about an hour and had an epiphany. There are a lot of seriously stupid, unfair items in the game right now, so what if I just turned my brain off and built them all at once? So I did, and created a fucking monster. I got a pentakill in my very first game trying it out, and since then I've gotten 3 more. It turns out that SHYVANA, out of all the champions in the game, is uniquely good at abusing them together. LS was right the whole time. Boris is the final boss of League of Legends. The haste gem, the AP gem, the crit gem, the AD gem, the armor gem, the MR gem. With their powers combined, you are Thanos. You are supreme. I've been playing this game for 14 years now. Thanos SHYVANA is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. This is worse than 420 Weedwick. This is worse than 721 Galio. The only thing that even comes close off the top of my head is Season 3 Kassadin. Once I got a feel for it, I went right back to Diamond with a 55% win rate, and next stop's Masters, I'm sure. I am certain that if I popularize this, it will get nerfed. It will probably get dumpstered. I don't care. This shit is unfair, and it just needs to happen. But until then, I'm gonna show you how to inflate your elo like you're the goddamn Federal Reserve. So first, the loadout. This is a lane build. It's gonna be much less impactful in the jungle. 3 main reasons why. First, lane income is obviously much higher. Jungle Gold's got hit pretty hard, and with the removal of First Herald, it has no real way to guarantee a payday. Also, the map changes have made it even harder for SHYVANA to gank and get rich. I don't need to tell you that she already had a lot of trouble here, so it's time to learn how to lane. I vastly prefer mid lane since it's safer, shorter, and contains less cancerous champions. It's harder to get frozen on, and from mid, you can fully leverage your powerful mid game, join fights for both objectives, and spam roam on the enemy bot lane. Second, being the jungler drastically limits your opportunities for split pushing. Killing tier 2 turrets is extremely important for finishing your 3 item spike quickly. And going anywhere near them as the jungler while Baron is up is extremely risky. Third, you're stuck with Smite, and you really want Ghost Flash. Mobility is king when you hit harder than Goku. Ghost in particular is busted beyond belief and allows this archaic champion to exist in the modern game. The spell may as well just say be everywhere you need to be at all times forever, and with your W, no one is ever getting away. It's also the only way to outplay abilities on a champion with 0 dashes. It's mandatory. Runes, Conqueror. We're gonna face tank their entire team and never ever die. This champ has very high ratios and loves raw damage. It's also much stronger than PTA in an extended early trade. Since we're running Ghost, it's very easy to keep hitting and get great value. Triumph, Tenacity, and Last Stand are pretty self-explanatory. Second Wind makes surviving lane much easier, and Overgrowth is the natural choice with health stacking. It's like a full Giants build by endgame. Not half bad for a minor rune. For shards, you really want haste. E is on an absurdly long cooldown early, and it'll shave off in nearly a full second. That'll help you get a lot of extra farm and enable much more frequent attempts for oral ends. The other two are up to you. Scaling health is always good, but with the way this build curves, once you start building AD, your E will leave casters on 1 HP pretty often. So 1 Force Shard seriously helps with wave control. And right now, I've started taking Tenacity. If you're hitting, you're not dying. Ingenious Hunter also deserves an honorable mention. It would shave 2 or 3 seconds off of your broken item cooldowns. A 4-second Sundered Sky is very, very good. But given the increased risk of losing Second Wind, I would only really consider this against truly pathetic champions like Aurelion. Remember, noodles aren't people. If you mess up and their jungler ever considers you diveable and you lose a stacked wave, your entire game can be ruined instantly. I'd really rather that not happen. And Domination unfortunately doesn't have another really appealing option in the tree. Start Doran Shield and look to place your level 1 ward beside chickens to track enemy jungle pathing. Play extremely carefully until level 3. At 3 and with Ghost Conqueror, you are a surprisingly big threat and can stat check many melee matchups like Katarina, Diana, even the Windshitters. But most of the time, you'll be playing under your turret and waiting for a gank until level 6. Obviously, max E first for better last hitting and to have the most powerful mid-game possible. Recall at level 5 with 1050 gold and buy Lucidity refillable. These will move you around faster, scale you up faster, and crucially give you more access to your all-important summoners. It's really hard to fight without them. Auto-shove mid lane for 6 and immediately ward whichever objective is across the map from your jungler. Priority being grubs. Grubs are crucial. Knocking over turrets is how you're gonna get to your 3-item spike nice and early, and as we all know, your passive is fucking fake. You will frequently catch the enemy jungler soloing that objective, kill them with your 2-level lead, and finish it yourself. Thanks for the leash! Eat me! Eat me! Continue laning and build toward Riftmaker. It's definitely the best rush item since AP gives you plenty of wave clear with your E, lets you snap kills to get fed, and switches your adaptive stat to AP for chewing through turret plates. It'll give you about 125 AP by itself by the end of your build. Quite a lot. That's a ton of damage on a champion with such high ratios. Find a chance to pick up a Dark Seal too. A fully stacked seal will give 55 AP and is insane value. It's always worth going for. Between objectives, use your ult on the worst player you can find. Losing bot lanes are free kills and you should do everything in your power to make them quit the game. Landing ult plus a full combo on your lane opponent should chunk them low enough that you can spam cleave the wave and rain enough fire to force it back, at the very least. A good trick is to fake backing off, watch them come forward for the crashed wave, and then flash into vision for the killing shot. AP SHYVANA with a few grubs can kill a tower from full in only 2 waves, so just forcing a recall is a huge paycheck. We return the favor! We kill that Nyla twice! Woo-wee! Give me a little bit of love and I'll give you a little bit of love. That's how this works. I'm gonna fucking love circle jerking. Nyla's losing her shit over that. Can we like buy time maybe? Probably not. Nah. Galio's coming. We'll go with Galio. Kill that brand. Kill that fucking bitch. Kill that bitch. Got your thing interrupted. Woo! After Rift, start maxing Q and build towards Sundered Sky. At some point, bot lane will resolve and they'll go mid. Now you're into split push phase. Now you have room to run, and killing your lane opponent becomes much more likely. Push up, ward up, fake it back, and ult over a wall to fish for kills. Upon completion, you will taste true power. This item is so broken generally, but SHYVANA abuses it harder than every other champion in the game. Q crits twice, and don't forget it's also scaling off of AP from Riftmaker and Dark Seal. Generously scaling. In addition, its interaction with Dragonform Q is potentially game-breaking. As long as your primary target is a champion, it will crit everything in range, including other champions, but it will not proc on other champions. This means you can crit stacked targets, reset your Q, and crit them again. And again, and again, and again, until they're all fucking dead. Now is this likely? Not really, but if you see that Dream Rel ulti, you'll know what to do. The thing is, you've got to unlearn some muscle memory. Auto Q is now very, very wrong. It's Q first always from now on. Not only is Thanos' SHYVANA ungodly broken, it's also even easier to play. Conveniently, you've got enough attack speed from your Q and enough haste at this point to get into a very smooth Q auto Q cycle. Another reason why we take the haste shard. The only thing keeping this item under control is that it's bugged, because of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Sometimes it just doesn't work. After some testing, it seems to be related to max auto range. From really far away, it'll proc and heal, but not crit.
No, there is no range. No range, I was melee.
See? Yep.
No. It's not a range thing. It's moving away from the enemy as soon as you hit them.
I'm pretty sure Riot knows about this and they're working to fix it, but they're incompetent, so it might be a while. So until then, try to be as close as possible for your Q. Keep splitting and build towards Titanic Hydra. With Sky Crits, you can apply even more pressure. Target those side turrets and don't take no for an answer. Diving becomes really easy, and if you play it right, you can 1v2 or even 1v3 most combinations of champions. Some champs simply cannot do anything about you hitting the turret, especially if behind. If you can't just straight up dive, chip away at the turret with every wave instead. If necessary, die for it. 675 equals 300. When it dies, go get the other one. This should be enough money to finish the Hydra. As with most on-hit effects, your Q will proc it twice. This stupid-ass item is essentially like 110 AD, plus an extra trucking active. You don't get 2 actives on your Q though, so it's best used as an auto reset. Now you're ready to snap those talons and turn some health bars into dust. Always prioritize ranged champions who can kite you out on your initial engagement. This typically means the AD carry. Very, very few of these can escape your unstoppable dash plus Ghost Flash. As long as you go in at the right time when their entire team isn't focused solely on peeling you, you should one-shot the big threat and then sustain through their bruises and tanks. 18% Omnivamp, plus regular Sky Procs, plus Triumph, plus Second Wind makes you damn near impossible for non-carries to take down. And no one is ever going to think to buy Heal Cut against fucking SHYVANA. Note that in most situations, you should not use your E first. Though it would be more damage, the half-second cast time would give your target time to panic smash their sums and run away screaming. E is best used to finish them after they flash away on 1 HP. Try to fight in the jungle and hop a wall directly onto the enemy backline. This is a genuinely unfair amount of damage, and once online, the build actually feels like cheating. It's your game to lose. Just don't go completely mad with power over chase and int repeatedly. You've got no resists yet, so you're much squishier than you appear. Alternatively, you can rage split, pull the Avengers bot lane, because it will take the Avengers to deal with you, and let your team Baron. If you do this, make sure that your jungler's better. Never, ever trust a dog jungler to win a smite fight. With your core now completed, start running a pot before critical moments. All 3 are usable, but my current thinking is that Brown does the most for you. With Legend Tenacity, the Shard, and Brown Pot, you're at about 45% CC reduction. Though you become fucking invincible as you approach full build, you do still need to be hitting things and you can still die to a CC chain. So Tenacity is super, super valuable. Next, we need resists. You will buy Frozen Heart. You will not complain about the mana. If I see one more Iron Andy say Frozen Heart bad because mana, I'm going to fucking scream. I promise you, nobody is buying this stupid item for the mana. It's not real. Frozen Heart is the single most valuable item in the game. It's 2400 G and it should be 3600. If your team already has one, fuck it, buy another. Remember that redundancy is only wasteful in a perfect world. You'll be chasing carries all the way to Narnia, so you'll probably be out of range of each other at some point. People get used to their attack speed, especially AD carries, and if they fuck up and cancel an auto, this item achieves infinite value. You will only consider Randuins if your team already has a heart, and they have a fed wind shitter and a fed crit ADC. Then it might be a good idea. If CC is still a problem, consider selling Lucidity for Merc Treads now that you've got plenty of haste. The game's probably gonna end the next time you use your summoners anyway. For MR, you will buy kaenic rookern. You will not consider any other item unless you have like Sona Seraphine or something, and even then it's debatable. With all the health we built, that shield is outrageously fat and is permanently available. 80 MR plus 850 points of spell shield is not fair. Now just run at them and fucking eat them. This build is so stupid when it gets going, man. Jesus fucking Christ, it just literally never dies. Local dragon literally too angry to die. Local dragon literally too angry to lose. If your team is even semi-competent, you provide far too much value to ever lose a straight-up fight. They must tunnel on you and press 20 buttons on you or their carries will just die. And by the time you go down, it should be a win anyway. But what if you're outrageously fed, they're full AD, and you want to do something stupid? Deathcap is the best overall option to get the most value out of your kit. The extra speed on W is particularly nice after the last round of buffs. By the way, if the game goes to 40 minutes, you should sell your boots for the hat anyway. If you're fishing for highlights and don't actually want to win, Infinity Edge obviously adds the most damage to your Q. Yes, it does work on the Sky proc. I haven't done this yet because I still like winning. I imagine when I do, you'll be seeing a video. And that's about it. This is currently the strongest build possible. I refuse to believe that there's something stronger than this out there. There's just absolutely no way. This is the perfect blend of burst and sustain, threat and resilience, short and long range, early and late game. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. What a fucking game. Can't wait to see what the fucking damage charge looks like on this one, dude. THANOS SHYVANA, baby. Dread it, run from it, Twin Bite still arrives. Now let's get out there and get SHYVANA nerfed to shit, because we all know they're gonna hit her hard before they finally admit defeat and delete this dogshit item for Season 15. May you be blessed.